So I will start with saying we've got Shanique Grant here today. I am so very happy. Been following this career for a very long time, so I was ecstatic when I finally got to see on her postings she was going to compete.
So excited.
And we have Lakeisha with us. She's
Yes.
getting ready for nationals. Asked her to join us so we can get some questions rolling and see where you're at, see where your head's at. Obviously, you're excited, but how do you balance that excitement with that tunnel vision of what do you got to do here in the next few days?
It's like up and down. Like I'm like excited, but I'm like, okay, lock in. I'm like excited, and then I'm just like, okay, we have a task. But like the excitement makes me more like excited and more like it pushes me to like just finish that hard finish. Like I used to run track, so I think about like that finish. They
Mm-hmm.
like go through the line, and it's just like, okay, I just gotta focus on this. Everyone's excited. I'm excited. Use that excitement for just pushing on through.
Okay. What'd you do in track?
Track, I was a sprinter.
Oh,
So I ran 55 to the 400. I was the anchor on my 4 by 4s. I was pretty fast.
yeah, I love track and
Wow.
field. I have
So
both
good.
my daughters, and that is just something that volunteer every weekend. Always watching
Yes.
everything. Um, I always tell my husband I want to go. It used to be the Bill Cosby, but they've since renamed it. I don't. We don't want to go why,
Yeah.
but I've always wanted to be up in Eugene just to see that, just that energy.
Oh, it's amazing. I still like to run track in my off season.
Do you
Yeah, I
wind
go to the
sprint?
track.
Oh,
Yeah, it's so fun.
that's good. And that's why the legs and the
I know.
abs. I could see
I
that,
was
right?
looking at that.
Yes,
My
yes.
boyfriend, he runs track too, so he pushes. Oh, he's fast.
Really.
Yeah, he's pretty fast. So we hit the track together, and it's pretty good. It's like a good
Uh-huh.
balance. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love that for you. Um,
Amazing.
I did have a question though, because I see you're also coaching. So, in looking at the post, because that's normally how, unfortunately, it used to be all magazines, that
Right.
we had to wait once a month to relate to somebody, kind of like a Rocky movie.
Right.
And now, day to day, people are trying to live your life, and I'm sure people are sliding in those DMs like they've just known you forever.
Yep.
But how do you balance that coaching, your prep, your personal life, and your little fur baby?
It's a lot, but it's my little life and I enjoy it. And I've known the balance and when to take a break. I have my weekends to myself,
Hmm.
so I balance Monday through Friday with my clients, my
Okay.
online or in-person clients. I have more online than in person for
Okay.
sure, just for that energy
Hmm.
shift I need to relax at home. Um, but me and my boyfriend, we have one date night a week. He works, he's a trainer too, so
Okay.
his schedule is much more busier than I, but the weekends we leave for each other and you know, um he watches my dog now, right now.
Yeah, I was wondering.
He'll be here tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
But I walk my dog 4 times a day. She keeps my steps up, that's for sure. We go to the dog parks and
Hmm.
everything, but like that's how I like to have that life. It's relaxing, but it's a lot of work, but I enjoy it. I love the grind, all in all.
That's good. That's good. If you and I see a lot of the self-care stuff that you basically put out there, which is nice because the majority of women, I don't know how you feel, Lakeisha, but the majority of women, we're like, oh, we just get our nails done, we get the eyelashes done. And I was blown away by watching the massage and the abdomen, the massage, all of that prior to you stepping on stage. Because some people were like, or a couple of trainers were like, oh, never get body work done a couple weeks before you go on stage because if something's out of whack, you can't recover from that. So I really enjoy the fact that you're putting that message out there. It's just not about this in the face. It's
Mm-mm.
about the whole system.
Your body needs to be really relaxed peak week. So, no, you're not supposed to get deep tissue or anything like
Mm.
that 3 weeks out. It was more of a lymphatic drainage
Mhm.
massage. So any remaining inflammation was flushed out twice. We did it. 2 weeks out, and no, 3 weeks out, and then 2 weeks out we did it. And then she did like it's like a lymphatic drainage on my stomach. So like any bloating I do have is gone now.
Really?
So it clears my digestion too.
Okay.
I also did like a reset. It's with a newbie fit on my neck and on my feet, and that relaxes. That promotes relaxation. It lowers your cortisol levels, and it also helps you sleep better.
Really?
So this peak week, I am so relaxed. I feel good. I don't feel bloated or inflamed.
Right?
But yeah, these are certain things that I learned along the way to do for myself for that perfect relaxing feeling. So I'm not nervous. I'm just excited. I'm ready.
Oh, good.
Do you suggest that for everybody
I do.
before the show?
100%. So I didn't know this when I was, because like I'm gonna be 30 soon, and when I was last on stage, I was 25. So I didn't really care about these things, like with the facials I get, massage, yoga I do, just things that are gonna calm my cortisol levels in prep because those are so high all the time in prep because you're high strung over this and that. You got to get your workout in, cardio, abs, food, water, all this stuff. And then you have your everyday other responsibilities, work, bills, all kids, friends, whatever it is, So just having a designated time to do something that relaxes your body is everything.
And I don't know if you've seen her fur baby. That little,
I love her.
She's so
I
spoiled.
love her
A
so
lot of
much.
work.
So
Her little wiggle, she's my baby. I love her. She's gonna be 11 in September.
Wow.
Yeah, she's such a puppy though.
really.
The energy is insane. I love it though.
And I love the
Okay.
fact that you do promote again, more so like the shelters. I've had the pit bulls. I've loved them dearly. I had decided, you know what, I'm gonna get a Frenchie and I'm gonna get a Boston, and my Boston.
I love Frenchies.
Oh, she's an asshole. But anyway, her name's Juno. Like Juno, she's an asshole.
Oh my god.
Okay. I like that.
And I have Benny, who's frickin' Benny, because frickin' Benny just is a jerk the whole time, right? So, but the fact that we've got plenty of members, and in fact the owners, and I want to definitely say thank you to the Lopes for setting this up so we could chat. Very big on rescues. A
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of our people in the gym are big
Like
on
that.
rescues, and there are people that bring their dogs in while they work out.
I love when people bring their dogs.
Yeah.
I'm like, can I just hold it the entire
Oh
workout?
yeah, yeah. But we've got like almost 120, 130-pound Rottweiler. She comes
I
in
love-
every once in a
Oh,
while.
wow.
Love it. Love it. You
Love
catch
it.
me in the corner.
Right, right. Bulldogs. I mean, therapy dogs. They're always welcome here as long as they're well behaved.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, no, the owners are very much a proponent, and it's so amazing to see that you use your platform to do that.
It's very important because like I don't try to bash, people buying dogs or breeders, but like we're in like a big crisis right now.
Yeah.
Even Vegas was more so no kill shelters. And now we have to start euthanizing dogs because the shelter's extremely overcrowded. So I try to share as many shelters, rescues on the West Coast. California is actually the most in trouble because there's so many kill shelters. And a lot of people are dropping off puppies. They're dropping off boxes of puppies. They just dropped off 21 puppies just the other day at the shelter. So it's hard. I'm after my when I'm in my off season, actually, I'm going to dedicate to volunteering and also like posting more about the
That's
dogs.
nice.
And I'm excited, and I also
That's
love
nice.
dogs, so that's like heaven. I mean, holding 5 puppies.
Right.
Am
Who
I hating
doesn't like
anything?
that, right?
No, I don't care. I mean, I don't care.
It's like grandkids, though.
yeah.
You stay there, and then
Yeah.
you just go home.
Exactly. I'm like, I love you guys, but I gotta go.
Love it.
Do you think that well, you're in an apartment, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it would be difficult, or would it be if do you find yourself that struggle of saying, "Oh, I want to get another one"?
I don't want to get another one, but I want to foster
Okay.
because it takes them out of the shelters just for a little bit until they find a forever home. And you can also promote that dog to try to get it adopted sooner. But it does help a lot taking the dogs out of a high stress, like a very high, heavily stressful environment, because the dogs are barking.
They become more
They're
social.
There's so much, and they become more social, and they're better when they get adopted. So it's even better. But I am moving into a house next year, so
Okay.
that's one of my biggest reasons I want to start fostering.
And are you, do you find yourself that you want to maintain your roots in Vegas?
Yes, I love Vegas. I mean, the bodybuilding industry has grown there, and also the Olympia is there. We have a lot of bodybuilding gyms.
Right.
It's constantly growing, and it's just beautiful. And it's a 4-hour drive to San Diego or
Right.
LA, Tahoe, and, the beaches, and it's nice. So, but if we find ourselves wanting a different location, then that time will come. But we love Vegas for sure.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Um, Wanted to touch on, I actually asked Miss Lopes, Tamara, I was like, hey, do you have a connect for Kai? I was on social media. I was on a DM. I was everywhere because I wanted him to be here to discuss with you
Yeah.
the posing. I It is, and she'll tell you, I am so much. I have my women holding tissues. I have them doing everything. I love the posing aspect of it. And another good acquaintance of mine that I put in that category with you is Angie Yale.
I think
She's
I know.
second in bodybuilding. She's the shorter one.
Oh,
Amazing.
love her. I love her
Amazing.
energy on stage. It's
And
like dark
That's nice.
It is.
femme
Yep.
energy. I like that.
Yeah, she used to be, believe it or not, up until, gosh, I don't know how many years ago when my husband was competing in the Natural Federation, she was natural physique.
Nice.
So she was tiny. Yeah, that girl is built like a brick shit house now. So excuse
I
my
love to
language.
see
I
it.
hope I don't.
I
like-
love to see it. It's so badass.
Oh my God. But so where did you kind of, how do I phrase this? A, are you going to miss that aspect of it? And B, where did you come up with some of the routines? How did you just sit there, listen to a good song and then just go for it? Or,
All my routines were from the soul. I chose music that I knew I could move to. Like I love Rihanna, Beyonce. Those are my routines. But there was actually one year where I used Deftones. And it was, I know, completely different. It was at the New York Pro 2017. I won that show. But it was just like, I don't know, I was in a phase where I started liking rock music. I love rock music.
Yeah, yeah.
Love Deftones. But the song was just in the routine, it just all meshed together. But like I do routines for clients and I'm like, I need to know your personality first before I can use
Yes.
this. Because it has to match you. It has to
Yes.
match who you are, the song, the suit, everything. It's like fitness in a sense,
Love it.
but without the outfits, And I love lately I've seen a lot of bodybuilding poses and physique, and it's shocking, because physique is more so is bodybuilding,
right,
but it's feminine.
less hard.
Yeah, you need to pose hard but soft.
Right.
And it's an interesting kind of craft to mix together, but once you get it, it's like, okay, easy. And then
Yeah.
you can kind of create any routine in whichever way that works for your character.
And your body flow.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the flow, the grace,
Yes.
everything, going
Yes.
slow with the poses, not being too hard. The bodybuilders can be hard. Stomp their feet,
Right.
beat their chest, whatever they want
Right.
to do.
Come on.
Right, they
come
could do
on.
that, but not the women. Don't do that. Don't
Yeah.
mix bodybuilding with physique because we're a little bit more dainty with our poses.
Well, and I try to explain, and please correct me if I'm wrong. I try to explain to clients that there are certain levels. So, wellness is sexy and very demure in a sense. And then bikini is more bubbly and more poppy.
I was thinking about bikini when I first started. And
What were you like? I don't need to bend
I
over
was
20
small.
times.
I was so small, and at the time, I guess I was big enough for figure, but I wanted a bikini so bad because I was just I just want to be dainty and I want to flip my hair and kick my feet.
So we're
you know?
lucky that did not
No,
pan out for
no.
you. Okay.
But now wellness is just like that badass. It's just this strong, my legs can crush you basically.
Right.
But I love it. And like I wanted to do wellness when I took a step back, when I took a break, I wanted the wellness look. Because I wanted that feminine side to me. Because physique, I was very feminine, but like I also felt like, but if I drop down a little bit, I could feel a little bit more me in a
Okay.
sense. So that was like for like 4 years, I didn't train upper body at all. I trained legs all the time,
Right.
and it was actually exciting.
About
to
2 or 3 times a week. How often do you train your legs?
every other day,
Oh, Jesus.
4 times a week.
See what
So
you got to look forward to.
4 times a week,
Oh,
4 times a
wow.
week, it's fun though.
because overpowered.
Yeah, I
And
can't.
we
yeah.
talked about this.
Yeah, I
Upper
can't.
body just
yeah.
forms. Just
At all. And my upper body got so small, and like when you see that, it's just like, I was big before though. Like I was,
You don't know.
I was
You-
big
you don't
before I
know.
had all this, guys. But,
Well, so what do you, Lakeisha, what do you find the enjoyment out of it? Why do you like the wellness?
oh, gosh, I just like working out. It's and just transforming the body and just seeing how
Seeing the
it turn-
changes.
Oh my gosh, that's what gets me.
Yeah.
So I didn't know nothing about no wellness until I'm starting to work out, and then my coach is like, "Okay, wellness."
I'm like, okay, a little
We
group pop.
typecasted you right
Yeah,
here. Yeah.
so-
And then I come up and I'm like, yeah, no physique. I was like, no
Everybody
traps
thinks-
and no shoulders.
Yeah, everybody thinks I'm physique. So, but I'm like, no wellness. Just like, really?
It's a long transition for
It-
sure.
really?
It is. You're like, really? Like, wait, hold on. No, it is because like it's just like getting the poses right and just the conditioning right and just not, especially if you have an upper body, you have to actually pose a little bit more down to not have it highlight so much.
Wow.
So you have to relax your shoulders a little bit more because, in physique or figure, we're used to being up here. But in wellness, you have to relax the heck out of your upper body so much.
And I've seen it in the walk too. I'm like, all right, we need to soften the walk. Let the hands
walk-
dangle. We don't
Sometimes, I mean, even the walk is everything. For all my clients, I've worked with walking. Like we literally just walked
Yeah.
our entire session or half of it, and I'm just like, I want you to send me a video of you walking down your hallway.
Yeah.
Back and forth.
Yeah.
And send that to me 4 times over.
Yeah.
So
And
it's a
then
big
see how better you
difference.
feel at the
Oh,
4th
wow.
time around.
Wow.
So that's it. It's literally just you're walking and
Repetitive.
walking and walking and walking, and like you more so want to be on your toes than your heel. It's so important. It's all the little things. And like people always ask me in my Q&As on my Instagram, like, what's the hardest thing about switching? The posing. The posing is the hardest thing. You need waist and hip control for your front pose. You need waist and hip control and hamstring control for your back and side pose. All of these things are so, like, you wouldn't really know it until like you actually do it. It's so complex.
Wow.
And that walk, that 3 steps to the curtain. Lord, I'm like, I just see centaur. You have to look like a centaur, and women
Literally
will just
arch
drop
your
their
back.
butt. Yep, they'll drop
Your
that
your
ass.
butt is up the entire time. Don't ever drop it. It's always up. You want to be like, you want to see this? Okay,
I'm gonna
It's
give
up.
it to you.
It's up. And it's just like you can create your own energy when you walk on stage in that division too.
And it's all about the walk.
The walk, oh my God, the walk back.
Sets the tone.
My first walk back, I looked crazy. I looked crazy. I'm like, ma'am, relax your back. Why do you look so aggressive? So it took some time for sure.
Okay.
Well, and people will say, I mean, with like your clients, I'm sure, I'm like, can you walk in heels? And everybody says, yes, they can.
Listen, my client, I literally said, I'm like, have you walked in heels before? Yes. What's going on? What are we doing? This is walking, like you just walk. Why you look so stiff? Because
they
they're like,
don't move. You're
they're like
frozen.
this. They're like,
Yep, we're frozen.
okay, we're not robot. I'm like, just shake it out a little bit. Relax. It's easy. I always tell them, pose like you're posing in front of your man. Because it's all about sex appeal.
Oh, of course.
Okay?
Yes.
You want to pose like you're trying to seduce him.
And the look, too.
Yeah, the look is everything.
Yeah.
I have my man sit down in a chair. I'm like, I'm going to pose for you. It's not a dance. I'm going to pose for you. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, you gotta look at
Keep
me.
your dollars in the
I'm
pocket.
like, please. I mean, you could throw them if you want to. I'll take them and put 'em in my pocket. I don't care. I'll take tips. But but that's the number one thing. And like usually, I'll have my clients bring their husbands or their boyfriends to sit down. I'm like, just I'm out here. You go ahead, do your thing.
And
okay.
the posing itself, like with my husband,
Yeah.
I first started posing him. He went from bodybuilding to classic.
Nice.
And each time I have to apologize in advance because we pretty much come to the point of divorce each and every time. I have a gentleman who is really, really good friends with Victor Martinez, and he's from New York.
Yeah.
And well, I'm like, Goss, we're coming to your house, boy, because he has to mediate. I say what I wanna see, and he has to articulate.
Of course.
So I go home with my
Couples
husband,
of
33
bodybuilding.
years old. Yep,
That is
33 years
couples of
married.
bodybuilding.
Yep, and it's still to this day. I'm just like, well, have you thought about doing it this way? Have you thought about? I got it.
See,
I got
that's me and my boyfriend. I was like, it just you can do your own prep. It's fine, because I don't prep him. He has a coach and everything. But I'm like, like, you don't need it. I won't intrude at all. Sometimes it works better like that.
Yeah,
I have one client who she's like, I actually want to prep with my husband this year. I'm like, oh, God bless you two, because
Oh, yes.
wow, that's great. It's great when a couple can prep together, but it is very normal when couples cannot work together in bodybuilding. It's very, very normal. It's a pick and choose kind of.
Well, and it's a fine line too, because you'll see here, you'll have couples, we're doing our first show together, and then as you're yes,
They hate each other by the end.
We're broken up now. Just take a breath. And I've had that too, because you're a counselor. You're
Oh, they
literally
always.
a counselor.
I've seen couples enter a prep, and then the girls with another guy. I'm like,
Where
what
did
hap-
this happen?
yeah, it's happened so much, because people just say, I mean, you're dieting together. I mean,
It's a selfish sport.
my boyfriend knows, like, when I have an attitude, like, he's like, I understand. I'm like, believe me, it's not you, it's food that I don't have in my system. And same with him. Like, he can be like, he gets frustrated, and I'm like, believe me, I understand. I'll leave you alone.
Yeah.
But we respect each other in prep, and that's the number one thing. You have to be around people and with people that understand what you do.
Okay, I'll stay
Yeah.
single until after my.
Because
Nationals.
some men, they don't get it, and
I'll
like
stay single.
dating, people that work out. You don't have to date somebody that's in the industry. But as long as they understand and respect what you do, and they also do it too, because it's not about it's not about looks, but it's about their dedication to also what you do too. Because if they do something completely different, it won't work. It just won't work. I've tried. It won't work.
It's
at
a
all.
sabotage. It really is.
Yeah,
And
it
it's
is.
really not on purpose.
No,
It's
that's
a
just
lack
their
of
lifestyle
understanding.
versus
Yep.
yours.
Yep.
That's it.
And that's a hard road. I mean, we've been through it many, many times when it comes to getting ready for competitions and the posing and the food. And he food preps everything every week. And I look in the refrigerator. And I mean, me personally, I've finally just dropped like 30 pounds. I looked a lot better, but I've had a knee replacement. I've had 2 foot reconstructions going
Really?
in for my third. Yep. So it is a struggle. However, I love the gym. Even during
Yeah.
the process, I come to the gym. But when I'm sitting there and he walks up from coming in from the gym and I'm eating my dinner and he's like, "What are you eating?" And I'm like, "I'm minding my own business. Why don't you just take yourself and go get your food?" You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that judgment.
Yeah. Staring right at
Right.
I love that.
Right. Do not judge me. Only God can judge me.
you. I love it.
So I kind of want to divert a little bit here to your opinion on staying natural as long as possible. So I have some people that I work with, and especially now with the influencers and the 19-year-olds winning these big contests while they're on PEDs, that everybody feels they can do that and get the same results. It's so prevalent.
Do you wanna say something?
How do you feel? I mean,
ahead.
like, you see these people in your gym. She goes to Diamond Gym.
Oh, that's a good gym. They actually messaged me.
Yeah.
I might go. I don't know.
Yeah. there's a few good gyms
Yeah.
here.
Try it out.
Nothing compares to American Iron with all the setup, and we'll take them on a
American Iron
tour.
Gym, guys.
Yes.
Go check it out.
That's what I'm talking about. But you do. It has gotten so much so now that just the other day I see like 4 kids waiting in this waiting area. I go, what is this? The fucking bus stop now? You know, they're all like under 20. Everybody's got their little tripods and their cameras, and
That's
they're
me.
all well. You're there for a purpose. You're not
You
there
are.
talking. You're
Me
not
and my
there
pink
talking about
tripod.
your cycles. You're not
Yeah.
talking about all these things. And it's in your gym. It's my gym. It's everywhere now. So trying to reason with clients and saying, please stay natural as long as possible, and fighting social media. I guess that's my question. The overview of health and what social media is putting out there, like Larry Wheels and Sam Solik. And
Well, Larry Wheels trains. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's very strong, great shape. But it's not practical. It's very dangerous what he does. People have torn their biceps, quads, all that stuff, trying to be like such.
yeah,
And it's not very safe. Like even with the natural, I feel like when you are teens, 18, 19, 20, 21, you shouldn't be taking PEDs unless there's a reason to. So me, example, I got my pro card naturally. I was 19 when I got my pro card. And I only, from my first show, was August 2014. And then I got my pro card November 2014 at Nationals in Miami. So it was quick, and I don't try to brag about that.
Right.
But I was in a physical place where I could achieve that, especially in 2014, different time period, where you can achieve your physique naturally. But I feel like you should try to go as far as possible naturally until for example, until like with me, I got my pro card. So after that, I knew, my coach and I said, okay, you're going up against 35 plus year olds. So you have no choice but to start something because you don't have the muscle maturity yet. And I didn't have that. I wasn't going to have that until I was 25.
right.
So in that case, I had no choice but to do it. But if you are 19, 18, 19, 20, 21, and you're getting in the industry and you want to compete naturally. See what you can do naturally, because that is the best feeling. I did 3 shows naturally. It was the best feeling ever. Getting my pro card was the best feeling
Of
ever. And you never
accomplishment.
know what you can accomplish, even if it's winning overall in a show.
Right.
But yeah, if you're getting in the industry and you want to start something, definitely start it natural. Definitely.
I think our times have changed so much. My husband.
Comparisons.
It is. And there's so much social media of what is realistic and what's not.
Oh, Photoshop is
And
crazy.
Exactly.
Photoshop's crazy.
Exactly. And my husband used to say, because he was brought up in that golden era, Lee Haney and
Raw.
yes, nobody had a coach. They
Okay.
all worked out with each other, and they all balanced, Dexter, all
It was
of them.
energy.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
Chris Cormier, everybody would just go to the
Yep.
gym and work out, and then they did. I got to give kudos. They did like Samson. They did multiple shows. They didn't just do one show
like
and
that.
that was it.
Yep.
And I think that like with Samson, I don't know if you've met him in
Yes.
your process. I love his wife.
Oh, so
Marlena
amazing.
is, oh my gosh, so sweet. Very open to chatting, very open. But he's like the man's man. He is out there. He is showing us, I think, what the sport should be like, all the guest posing, all the,
Yeah, the guest posing is really important at these shows.
yeah.
Because one, you have someone entertaining in the middle of prejudging and finals,
Mm-hmm.
and also like because I used to guest pose, and it was so fun to like see see fans and see people there, and just be in the audience and like see the competitors and just enjoy the actual show itself.
Right.
I would do it like weeks out from my Olympias, and it was just nice.
Does it just help with the conditioning?
Okay.
I wouldn't say the conditioning, but it just helped me more so with my confidence on stage.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
Because you always, doesn't matter how many times you step on stage, you're still nervous. Even when my guest posing, I was like, okay, we're doing this. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm here.
Is my music playing? Please and I'll do that with people as well. You know, I'm like, okay, this is your music. Or if they pick a song, I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, but that song is not conducive to what you want to do. And no, you can't do that Arnold pose because your body does not work that way.
Some people want to do these really popular poses and their
Yes.
body just won't.
No.
No. And that's the thing. Like, you have to nail the mandatories, yes. But you have to do your routine, whether it's your individual presentation or your comparisons, in the flow transition style that works best for you.
Right.
You know, like, for example, I know not yet I can't do that back pose that Francielle does. Like that turnaround one. No, I'm not going to do that. No. I know my place.
Yeah. But sometimes
I know my place.
simple is classier.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
your
yeah.
connection to that judge.
Sometimes you don't
means
have to
a
do too
lot more.
much. You don't have to do too much because sometimes too much is not going to end well for you. You know?
And your body speaks for itself in the end. Yeah, right? Right? Oh, yeah.
No, I know. Okay.
You're like, okay, I don't have to do that.
Okay. Skip that.
Okay.
Key. Okay.
All right.
Don't do that. Okay.
Noted. Let me just write this down.
I'm noting that.
Hold on. Hold on.
Wait, could you please speak into my phone?
Can I just
Leave the tissues at home.
Dude, on my paper towel, I had tampons on a man one time. He was doing scarecrow hands, and I'm like, hold on, what do I have? This was years ago. And he's like, I have to hold these in a gym. And I'm like, yes.
don't be scared. It's fine. It's part of the process. So we always say, it's fine.
Trust the
Trust
process.
the process. It's trust the
Left is
process.
fast.
That's all I did my entire prep. The last year and a half, I was like, wait. Am I okay? Like, okay. Panic.
And you know what? Even and it's good to hear you say that because women and men, I mean, they have those highs and lows, and
So many.
and I think sometimes they think that maybe they're weak because of it.
It's normal.
Yeah, and
It's
it's
normal.
good to hear that.
It's natural. It's a natural feeling within anything, and anybody can feel those highs and lows when it comes to getting into anything, preparing. I mean, even when I was running track, you know, I was highs and lows with
Right.
getting ready and knowing I had to, you know, run and, you know, have a team behind me, you know.
Get that baton out.
Yeah. Like, I'm the anchor. I'm like, okay, we got to run. We got to finish this. You're the anchor. You got to finish this.
Get
Like,
out the block.
yeah,
now.
right. And
Yeah.
same thing with this peak week. It's like, okay, work is done. Just relax, step on stage, do your thing.
I gotta give it to you. Do you have any additional questions, Key,
gosh.
that you would like to ask?
Do judges look for different things every show? Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean by that?
For like the wellness, like when you look at the competitors or, you know, different bodies, this is like one show. It just seems like it's a different kind of judging.
The judging, it's hard, slightly. But the number one thing you want within wellness is you want to have very prominent hamstring tie-ins, and you just want to make sure your waist, your lower stomach flat and tight, and just the posing has to be perfect. And it doesn't matter what judge it is. What if you come in right, that judge is gonna reward you, you know? So I don't really pay attention to like every single state or every
Yeah.
show has different kind of judging. I just think come in the right way, you're gonna be rewarded. That's all I ever thought.
And there's a reason why they're like 5 to 7 judges too.
Okay.
Usually they throw out a high and out a low, and then they average.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, but eye contact and not having that vacant look. I cannot tell you how many times
Yes.
I've seen women up there that
They look crazy.
they do.
Like, why are you
Right.
shocked?
They're like off in, and with their turns are so
Okay.
stiff, but they have phenomenal bodies, but their presentation is just not.
You
not
gotta
the
look at their
best.
ear. Look at their ear.
Really?
Because sometimes when you look at someone's face, they can make a different kind of face and it'll throw you off completely. It happened one time years ago. I looked at a judge and they had like an interesting face. I'm like, wait, what happened? Tell me right now what happened.
Oh, we'll get
So
started over.
after that, I'm like, I'm gonna redo it. You know, no, I couldn't obviously. But that's what I
I was
thought.
like, wait a minute, you can do
I
that.
won that. I won that show though, but I was just like, wait, okay, next time I'm gonna look at you guys' ears because you could still, it still looks like you're looking at them, but
Okay.
you're looking at the judge.
That's a
I mean,
good
you're looking at
point.
their, yeah, you're looking at you're at them, but you're looking at their ear instead.
Okay.
It's easier sometimes. I mean, you can make eye contact, yes, but like that's also an easy or way to like not, feel.
So Sandy won't be offended if I say, Sandy, can you pull your hair back, please?
Can you just let me see that ear, girl? Let me see your earrings. Let me see your earrings. They're cute. They're cute. They're cute. I like them right there. You know,
Turn a little bit.
Just a
I'm
little
on
bit.
the end. Turn a little bit.
I need to see that. Thank you. Send the link. Thank you.
Well, that's funny. Do you
But that's the thing about like being on stage is like you have to find the ways to not be nervous and do
Okay.
everything right. You know, like just even like before I get on stage, I take a deep breath, like an extra deep breath, and then I take like 7 seconds out a few times. It automatically resets your nervous system and it relaxes your cortisol levels immediately. And you just all I ever think I'm just like, you guys are here to look at me.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what brings out the sass and the sexiness and like, obviously you want to like in heels, you want to be sturdy on your feet. I'm glad they have carpet at the same time too. You know,
I had her change her up. Actually, a couple of the girls, I had them change up to what the Brazilians almost were wearing, that flat palm. It's only like, what, about a 4-inch heel, but no platform. So the connection to the ground is a
Yeah.
bit more balanced.
right.
Um,
No, I had the platform for that.
well, you,
Those are
yeah.
thick.
And she assures me, she's like, I got cocktails. I can do the platforms. I'm like, all right, let's go.
I wear heels, and you know what's crazy? To my prep, people are like, "Let's see, it's been years. She's wearing heels. I wear heels all the time when I go out with my boyfriend." I'm like, "Well, you guys suck about the same."
Right. Right.
Totally different.
So it's especially now too, how in the backstage, what do you recommend for pump up before you go on?
Posing.
Okay.
Posing, because if you notice, like when you do your check-ins, when you get to posing like 5 times, you're fuller. You see more definition and more.
Muscle activation.
Yeah. So posing, yes, you could do a light pump.
Okay.
Whatever your pump food is too, eating that while you're pumping up and posing, all those in combination, the best. But with wellness, of course, you want to pump up the butt. You know, a
Okay.
little bit of hamstring pump. You know, don't want to pump with the upper body at all. See me doing shoulder presses back there. Like, yeah, guys, what's up? Yeah,
Where's my
no.
bands?
Like, come on, I need to get these rear delts good. Yeah, but it's this lower body pump and like whatever it is in the division that you need to highlight. Like, for example, any other division, like men's physique, women's physique, classic shoulders. You need to pump your shoulders, your back, your quads, hamstrings. Not even the glutes don't really matter. I mean, they are shredded or not, one or the other. But your shoulders need to be pumped, chest, for guys. Like it's a prominent things that they're looking for, and yeah, that's pretty much how pump up should go backstage.
Okay. Oh, that's good to hear. Because I try to, I'm like, do not touch your legs. Do not do your
Yeah.
abs.
Some
please.
abs, no.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
You can pose and pump your legs, but abs, no. You either have abs or you don't. You don't need to pump that up, no.
No. And I even had to tell my husband, because after so many years of working out in bodybuilder, especially on African American men, their abs stick out like this.
Oh,
And I'm
yeah.
like, you need to scale those back. So,
So
stop training them.
no weight,
Oh, please.
no weight at all when you train abs at all. So I have really prominent
gonna
abs. So I do body weight. So I do leg raises, I do decline crunch, I do Russian twist, no weight, just on the decline, and that's my ab routine. Yeah, no, I've never used weight before.
Well, and as a sprinter, those base abs are there.
And then boxing too.
Oh,
I love to box too. I got my nails longer, so I'm gonna wait a little bit. I had to get them done.
She's like, I gotta stay pretty
Had
for a
to.
little bit.
But boxing is great for the core.
Okay.
Great conditioning too.
Good.
But boxing and sprinting have been like the number one thing that has kept my stomach, my core. That's why I like doing more than just competing and like abs. I mean, in the abs and like working out. There's more to like building that entire look that you have, you know. I did yoga, I did hit boot camp classes at True Fusion in Vegas. Like there's so many different ways I like to do cardio and like get my body ready for these shows.
It's work. Not everybody thinks it's work. They think they're miserable just because they can't eat.
That's true.
They don't look at the other proponents.
I
of it.
enjoyed my prep. I mean, there was obviously highs and lows of like being hungry and like irritable towards the end, but I enjoyed it. I did. All the like, there were so many days like when I was posing, I was like, oh, this is so hard because I'm like, how am I gonna get this? Like, there were so many moments where I was just like doubting, like the doubt was creeping on, and I'm like,
Really?
nope, nope, we can't have that. We'll get better. Just keep practicing. Take a break. You're tired. Practice tomorrow.
And this is so good to hear the humanity part, you know, the humility and the humanity part, because on the social media, when people look at you, they're like, oh man, she's just made up 24/7.
I'm so real on social media. Like I have to be.
Oh,
because I
when
know
you're
people
real
think,
here, I
oh,
love the
yes.
natural. Have you seen her
love
natural
the
look?
natural.
I love the natural look.
I
It's
love
beautiful.
I love my natural hair. It's just the heat in Vegas in the summer.
It's too
It
much.
is terrible for my hair. It kills it completely. Like last year, last summer, it was really tough for me. My hair, it got really short, like super short, more
when it
than,
grows.
because I pluck it out and it's long, but I obviously like pat it in so it's
Right.
smaller. But like it was just really brittle and really dry. As many times I try to moisturize it. So like I'm like wigs, braids, right now, fine.
Yeah.
You know, just because I'm just like I need to protect my hair, and it's actually growing more now than anything.
Okay.
So but I do love my natural hair. That was like the best thing when I first rocked it. I'm just like, this is nice.
Yay.
It's more like
You
your
know,
roots. It's
yeah.
home. It's
I
home.
felt good. I'm like, I have a nice shaped head. Okay.
Yeah, no, right? I've done that where I've shaved it. They're like, your hair, your head looks pretty good. It's not like
Yeah.
this.
Right,
Go
right.
ahead.
Some people got weird scalps. I didn't know that. I didn't know you have a weird scalp. I'm like,
That's
why
like
do you have
having
a
an
dent
ugly
in
baby,
it?
and you don't want to say you got an ugly
Right?
baby.
I'm like, I mean, your nose looks nice. I guess that's all you can really say.
Focus on the good things, right? Oh,
Highlight
Lord.
something good on them immediately.
Oh my God, you're too much. All right, so did you have any more questions?
No, she talked about her abs. That's what I was.
Oh, okay. She's like, girl, I found another favorite part of you.
I'm right now.
I gotta ask if you can develop. What color is your suit?
Blue.
Is it, gonna
It
be
is
royal?
blue. Yes, royal blue. It's similar to my posing suit. And it has I was gonna get the Swarovski backing, but I have this tie on the back because I just wanted to be more secure. I'm like, I don't know how secure these things are. You know, I'm like, listen,
It's all bikini bite. It's just telling her. She's like,
no,
what's that? I'm
not
like,
bikini bite.
Oh, well, oh,
Elmer's
okay.
glue spray.
What?
It hurts like a bitch taking it off, but let me tell you, snapped on so
Elmer's
tight.
glue.
All I ever wore.
Just don't put them on the nipples.
No. I put it on the outline of the top.
Okay.
And then I put it on the strap.
Do you spray on the fabric, not the skin?
No, yeah, the fabric.
Okay.
Yeah, and I even have the girls backstage. They have Elmer's glue spray if you ask.
Really?
They always do. Yes.
Interesting.
wow.
I've never heard
Bikini
of that.
bite. No.
And it just gets
No.
filmy, and then
Throw
it
it
looks
out.
like it just peels.
Bikini bite is not adhesive like that. It's really not. I tried it, and I don't mean to talk negatively
No,
on it.
not at all.
You know,
Things
but
work.
I've tried it before and it slid right off because like you're on stage and you're like under these lights and you're gonna be sweating, and the Elmer's glue spray works under that.
Okay.
Kind of because you have the glaze, you have the tan, you have the sweat coming, so the Elmer's glue spray has stuck on to the point where it hurts taking it off.
Oh my goodness.
But it's fine.
There you go.
You need to look right on stage and worry about taking everything off
You
later.
did like 14 to 16 weeks of prep. What's one Band-Aid?
Right.
That's basically what it is.
A little blood. Rub some dirt on
You'll
it.
be all right.
Rub some dirt. You're fine.
Windex.
You're fine. You're fine. You'll be fine. You're fine.
All right. Well, I
love it.
really appreciate you taking
I
the time
appreciate you
out.
so much.
Thank
for having
you.
me.
We're very blessed that you gave some time today and everything that you've got to prepare for. So we
Yeah.
appreciate you.
No, I'm excited. I'm gonna go back and lay down.
Okay.
That's all I've been doing.